All right, Trump appointed Agriculture Chief Brooke Collins taps Medicaid recipients to replace deported migrant workers. All right, so we all have been to the grocery store and seen the vegetables and fruits out there. You know, the people that make sure that that happens, the very backbone of that, are being deported right now. So, for a solution, which is created, a problem created by this administration, I should say their administration, because I don't got no parts of it. So, problem, reaction, solution. So, their solution is that people who are on Medicaid, who are already on state assistance to supplement their income, right, and their wages, right, they have very little as it is. And most of those people, if you're on Medicaid, 9 times out of 10 you got some physical disabilities. So in my mind, it makes no sense to have somebody who's already in a very bad position, socially and economically, to be out there in them hot ass fields picking strawberries, grapes, oranges, and all that type of thing, right? It made no sense. So what I did was I went and I searched up like the demographic, of who's all receiving Medicaid, and I wasn't very surprised at the numbers. So a great deal of those are, as far as gender standpoint, are women. Like 70% of Medicaid recipients are women. So you mean to tell me y'all finna have women, and then you're not finna have no women out there like that in them fields like that? Just and as far as the racial demographic, let's get that so I'm accurate. If y'all know me by now, I strive to prove and reprove, if possible. So I need to bring receipts, so y'all know that I'm just not just speaking out the side of my neck, right? All right, so only about 8% of all Medicaid enrollees fall into this able body category. So out of 100%, you got only 8% of them that are able bodied. See that? 79% are women. I said 70. So Salakia, forgive me. I said 70, but it's 79. That's even higher, right? Education, very low income. As I stated earlier, over half had worked in the past 5 years. Many are now caregivers, for family. So if they're caregiving for their family, when would they have time to go out and work in these fields? So racial, ethnic background. White is 47 to 52%. That's like half. Okay, 19 to 23% so-called black. And Hispanic 22-25%, and other races 3-8%. So I just wanted to give you guys, some accurate information on this. This woman also noted that they would be utilizing AI, robotic technology, for assistance in those fields, and they call it automation. Okay, so where are the robots? Where's the iRobot at? You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen too many of those. I seen Casanova one, but they not just out there like that. I know maybe some warehouse jobs got some little robotic arms and everything. I seen those, but I ain't seen no full on that could bend and squat and pick fruits and stuff like that yet. And they're talking about this infrastructure spending in this this big beautiful bill that they tout, right? It's supposed to allow for the provisions for the spending, to create these things, but that's going to take time. They're supposed to have India coming over here building the infrastructure for AI processing, data collection, processing centers, right? We have yet to see that, but maybe that's what the recent events have been with with the flows everywhere, right? Don't they need land? And then they've also discovered lithium there. I mean, hey, you see it, hey, it is what it is, right? This is for entertainment purposes only. I gotta say that, all right? I seen a little bit of Roland Martin earlier. You got brothers and sisters, online saying, you know, "Oh, well, we ain't getting out there in the fields. We did that. We educated now, and this and that." You know, have y'all heard of something called the Great Tribulation? Well, that would entail Jacob's trouble, and who was Jacob? You know, that would be our people. So the plan the whole time, you know, this is hypothetically, was that okay? We get rid of the migrant workers, the new migrant workers, because our people have been in them fields. We know that already. Get rid of them, boom, and then we can replace them with the old migrant workers that we used to have slaving for us. Ha ha, you know, eureka moment they think they got, right? You know, so it's not too far fetched. I'm just here to tell you, it's gonna be a lot of crying. It's gonna be a lot of trying to wear out the saints. All right, let's get that. I'm gonna show you. All right, before I go into these precepts, I just want y'all to think of what's been circulating lately, right? Making its rounds in these YouTube and TikTok streets, these streets, right? They've been talking about they can't keep up with the time, so they're gonna have to adjust the time, and they changing policy, which is their laws, right? So just pay attention to that and take that with a grain of salt as you hear this verse 25 of Daniel chapter 7. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Right? Right? And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Right? So as you listen to the hopefully elect men of the Lord, right? We're the ones who are judging. Right? Because is it not from the Father to, you know, to delegate to the sons to judge? Who are the sons of God? The sons of Yahweh. His elect men. The hopefully elect men. Because at any point he can change our spirit into something else. But for now, you know, these are prophecies. These are, we are showing you the relevance and what the Most High has decreed, you know, from the beginning. That's going forth. That can be applied to what's happening now. And that is happening now. You know, that's from the Alpha and Omega, right? These are his words. This is his script playing out before you. This is his movie. You're just an actor in it. You know? You know, speaking of them changing times and laws, you know, and you know, they keep touting this Space Force thing, right? You know, to ascend into the heavens. It's kind of like how they did in the times of Babel, you know, when they had the Tower of Babel. You know, did they not, you know, try to make a name for themselves and try to ascend to the heights of heaven? All right, so Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and that did shake kingdoms? Right. So it's going to come upon a time where those who done what they done to our ancestors and doing a different fashion of it now, they're going to be subject to the very same cruelties and punishments that we were subjected to. Let's bring that out. See, they think they slick, man. They think by by saying that, oh, you know, we'll get the Medicaid people. Well, I mean, they might do it. I mean, you know, look at the percentages I presented earlier. You know, if they willing to go in the fields and do that, I mean, hey, you know, more power to them. But you know, this is what the prophecy says in Revelation 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So saints that are within earshot, you know, that's our patience and that's our faith to see justice done. Because the time of the Gentiles is just about fulfilled, you know. But not even the angels know the great and terrible day of the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, you know. But as we see these things playing out, you know, the word says to measure thou the time diligently, okay? So we're seeing these prophecies being fulfilled. There are prophecies yet to be fulfilled, but we patient, right? We're faithful, right? So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna end it here, trying to be concise, but I know you got things to do. So to the hopefully elect and to the 1/3, Yasha Allah, you know, Shalom.